Good morning, everyone. We will start today's morning meeting. Wall Street's major averages fell more than 1% on Wednesday, and also investors were anxious about the latest coronavirus variant, which was found in the US, and the first case is confirmed in California. That was what put up the market, and also Fed comments on inflation. If we see the Asian markets, they are mixed. There is concerns on the new COVID variant, and also US Fed chairman reiterated his stance on wrapping up the asset tapering earlier than planned, which could increase interest rates and put further pressure on markets. So if we see SGX Nifty, it is trading down about 50 points. I will now ask the technical team to take it from here.
Thank you, Jan. Good morning, all of you. Yesterday we see that Nifty bounced back and closed the important level, that is 17,160 level. But today's global Q is a little bit negative to a gap down 50 points and trading near the again support zone, that is 17,070 for and spot level. 17,070 is an important support zone for intraday. If Nifty sustain this level and close again today's session, manage to close above this level, then we expect further momentum in market. Upside next important resistance for Nifty is 17,270, and downside 17,070 is a support. If Nifty break that level, then we expect further momentum towards 17,350, 17,400 and upside. If Nifty fail to close below 17,070, and then we again see the next support zone for Nifty, 16,970 at downside and 16,900 in downside. So we can keep watch this important level for Nifty. If Nifty manage to sustain above 17,170.70, then we hold a long position and take a buy position at this level also. Below you can keep stop loss in 17,70. And Bank Nifty also trading the important level, that is 200 DMA. Yesterday also Bank Nifty take a strong support is 200 DMA. That is come around 35 700 800 at downside. Upside next important resistance for Bank Nifty 36 600 is Bank Nifty managed to close above that level, then we expect further momentum in Bank Nifty's 37,000 in upside. Below 35 700, then next level for Bank Nifty is 35 400, 35 300 in downside. So we expect Bank Nifty also trading within the range today. Nifty Finance also trading the important level support zone, and they close above that important support zone. That is 17,650 is the important support zone for Nifty Finance. Upside next important resistance for Nifty Finance is 17,770 and 17,840, and downside next support zone for 17,570. We can see the important range for Nifty Finance also 17,570 and upside 17,770. So we expect volatile session today in both three index. We see the some pressure in first half, but if Nifty managed to sustain this support level and Bank Nifty also managed to sustain this support level, then we expect further momentum in market. Stock specific, we see yesterday SBI, ICICI Bank looks positive. You can keep watch also this two stock for today's also. In small cap, Aegis Chem looks positive at current level. About 232 is looks good. Next important target for 250. Support place at around 225 24 at downside. So you can keep watch this stock for trading. That's it for technical. Derivative and carry.
Yeah, thank you, Vikas. Good morning, everyone. So, as per derivatives data, we have seen in yesterday's trading session that Nifty almost moved around 200 points. But then also, we are seeing that from 17,100 to 17,500 strike, call writer positions are getting added up. So this is a sign of concern, as you are seeing that the rally which you are seeing in yesterday's trading session is still not yet confirmed for the upper momentum in the market. Till the time Nifty manages and to give close above 17,250 level and get stable above 17,250 level, then only we might expect the buying momentum to be continued in the market, which will move towards 17,500 level. While on the downside, we have seen that from 17,000 and 17,100 strike up, heavy put writer positions are getting added up. As you compare with the 3 month open interest positions, 17,000 holds the highest put writer position, which will act as an important support also. So place your long position with the support of 17,000 level. Once Nifty goes below 17,000, then we might expect the selling pressure to be seen again in the market, which might drag Nifty towards 16,800 to 16,700 levels. So currently, the view for the market is a bit cautious to range bound. So hold your long positions with the strict stop losses. As you are seeing the India VIX, which is a volatility index, yesterday gave close above at 19.45. It came down yesterday around 8% down, but then to the till the time India VIX is not coming below 16.5 level, till that point of time volatility would be very high and the market would be in a pressure from the upper range. So let India VIX cool down below 16.5, then we might expect the momentum and the range to be seen in the market. Currently on the upper end, 17,250 is a strong resistance, and on the downside, 17,000 will act as a support zone. As per stock specific, we are seeing that some of the selective stocks which looks positive are Chambal Fertilizer, Indus Tower, Biocon. These three counter looks positive for coming trading session. Thank you.
So yesterday, auto numbers were declared. Almost all companies reported weaker than expected numbers across all segments. Maruti numbers declined by 10% year on year as chip shortage continued to impact them. Two-wheelers in particular remained the weakest performing segment. Post a weak Diwali season, even the starting of the marriage season has been weak. While Hero volumes declined by 40% year on year, Royal Enfield also witnessed a decline of 20% YOY. However, Bajaj and TVS volumes declined by just around 10% because of higher mix from exports. Tractor sales were affected because of high base of last year as well as delayed Kharif harvest due to late monsoon. And we saw Escorts and M&M tractor sales decline by 30% and 15% respectively. Commercial vehicle was the only segment that posted positive growth. Tata Motors commercial vehicle segment sales grew by 15% and Ashok Leyland was flattish. But overall, CV remains the only segment where we remain bullish for next 6 months. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Yesterday, Sapphire Foods came out with a business update. The company has seen healthy recovery in dine-in sales while delivery sales continue to accelerate. This has resulted in robust SSG, and we have seen that which has grown by over 40% from the last year as well as the last 2 year. That is the pre-COVID levels. The company has also seen good expansion in the stores and expect to open around 60 stores in Q3 versus 32 opened in Q2. With this increasing scale and focus on cost efficiencies, the company expect to turn PAT positive in Q3 FY22. That is this ongoing quarter. It also expects to double the store count in next 3 to 4 years. So overall, this is a positive update. Thank you.
There is also one more news. IPO of Anand Rathi Wealth will be opening today, and it will close on Monday the 6th. We have a subscribe rating on it. The issue size is 650 crores and market cap will be 2,300 crores. Price is 550 rupees per share. So company is essentially a play on the booming growth in the HNI investors in India. And it is similar to what IIFL Wealth is doing in the listed space. That is the only listed peer. Company specifically targets only those HNIs who are seeking returns which are more than lifestyle inflation, which is, let's say, returns between 10 to 14% only. And it is not chasing clients who are like chasing returns of more than 18-20%. So that is the focus area. Company's entire revenue comes from distribution of mutual funds and structured products to HNI clients with the intention of generating these target returns of 10 to 14%. Under structured products, they are basically a combination of NCDs depending on client requirements of risk, returns, and his tenure. So on comparing with peers like IIFL Wealth and even Edelweiss Wealth, where PAG foreign company took over majority stake this year, we observe that Anand Rathi's ROE has consistently been higher than both these peers. Although growth over FY19 to 21 was weak, but if we look at this year's performance from April to the first half, that performance has been much better than peers, and growth has been very strong. So at if we annualize these numbers, then we believe current valuation of 19 times current year's earnings. The IPO offers some upside, given that company is targeting to grow at 20 to 25% in future. And ROE during good years has been at 30%. Even if we annualize the 6-month number, the ROE is at 30%. So that is encouraging. So one can expect some listing gains. Thank you.
Yeah, good morning. NMDC reported its volume numbers for November month. Production for the month was flattish at 3.3 million ton, whereas sales volume declined significantly by 20% month on month and 13% year on year at 2.9 million tons. This is negative for the company. Coal India's offtake came at 56.8 million ton, flattish month on month, but up by 11% year on year. This is positive for the company. Thank you.
We are done for today. Thank you everyone for attending. Have a good day.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel for in-depth interviews of India Inc. and press the bell icon so that you do not miss our updates.